Hey guys, MCU Collector here with the next video. This is the Astonishing Ant-Man and Stinger 2-pack. This is the Toys R Us exclusive. Not quite, I guess, the final Toys R Us exclusives, as some people have found the Thor, Rocket, and Groot 3-pack. That is not hitting any of my stores at any point. The distribution center has not received it, so I will not be getting that from Toys R Us, unfortunately. But here I have the Ant-Man and Stinger 2-pack. So I picked this up this morning. They did receive a case, so I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to open this thing up. But the packaging is actually really cool. You get the Astonishing Ant-Man logo there. It does have that foil Toys R Us exclusive sticker, nothing up top. There is the UPC there for you guys. Not sure if it'll help when going out to the Toys R Us stores. You can give them the our web number, which is 125102. Maybe that will help. I don't know. Side artwork looking really cool. You see Scott Lang and Cassie laying there. Back of the package, you get the product shot of both figures. Here the bio reads, both powered by PIM particles and able to shrink to the size of an ant, Scott and Cassie Lang have more in common than a family name. And then really cool that we see with these comic 2-packs, they put in a little comic cover there. And you can see that it is inspired by Marvel comic book art in the Astonishing Ant-Man. Looks like that is number 13 there. So really cool 2-pack. Can't wait to get this open and take a look at it and see what's going on. I've actually already seen a review, so I am actually very excited to open this up and tell you guys what I think of it. Stay tuned. All right, guys, here is Ant-Man and Stinger, Scott Lang and Cassie Lang, out of the package. So really cool. We'll actually look at the Ant-Man first, because I think that's going to be the highlight of the 2-pack, of course. So I think the head sculpt is awesome. Really gives it that that kind of that look on his face, that sneaky kind of look. Because if I recall, I didn't read this comic at all, but I remember when it was renewed and it started with Ant-Man #1, and I want to say it was kind of built around how the movie it was a heist movie. But I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments below. But really cool looking figure. His head is actually a little kind of wobbly on there. And then my torso is kind of wobbly too. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue with all of them, or if that's going to be with mine. But one thing that is really good on this is actually the paint apps on mine. I guess a little sloppy kind of right there. And then right now, and I think anytime you have any color going over black, it's going to be really tough. But the black line work here in the front is pretty clean. It's hard on the creases, so I give Hasbro a pass on those. But even on his legs here, they're actually pretty straight. Not too bad. And on the back there, even the black line work there as opposed to that one spot. But not bad. Just, it's a little loose. Now this figure is very similar to the Spider-Man 2099 or Bullseye body, whichever body kind of you want to call it. Obviously this torso piece is new because this is sculpted on there. It's not like a floating piece or anything. That's actually part of the figure there. But he does still have the butterfly joints in there, so that's a nice touch. So you can, get his arms moving around quite a bit there. So good, really good range of motion on those butterfly joints. And they do look good. They're just kind of all black in there, so there's no need for paint or anything. But that does look good. Now the head, he can move, he can look up that much. He can look all the way down, so really good. It doesn't really pivot because it's just kind of loose and kind of hangs there. But, obviously it kind of goes around. You saw the butterfly joints. Elbows go all the way up. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. I said elbows earlier, shoulders, obviously. Wrist hinge. And it does swivel. Both are fisted hands. Legs go out that much. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Very good range of motion in the knee. Let me know in the comments below if this kneecap has been used on a previous figure, because I don't think it's the same from the 2099, because it's got those sharp edges there. But let me know down below. Calf swivel. Ankle goes all the way up, all the way down, and then ankle pivot, of course. Taking a close look at kind of this utility belt look. I'm not sure if there was a purpose to that or if it's just part of the suit for the PIM particles. But it's cleanly done with a nice silver color that's actually in the plastic. It's molded on there. It does look really good. Now, as far as the Stinger pack, This is a little bit different from the previous winged figures that we had gotten, like the Wasp figure, the Beetle figure. I'm trying to think if there was a third female winged body figure. I'm looking at my collection now. And I think that was it. So the big difference here is that she actually only has the upper wing part. You notice how it's the same wing piece. It's done in a translucent blue. But it doesn't have that secondary piece. So, you know, like with the other Wasp and Beetle, there's, you know, it looks like 4 wings total. But this one, it just has the 2. It's on that back. This is a smaller figure. She is on the teenage body. Obviously, this upper torso is different because it has the 2 spots to plug in the wings. And it's just easy. You just port them right in. Like so. And that's it. It doesn't click in or anything like that, and they are hinged, so you get that range of motion in there. Let's take a close-up at the head sculpt. I think it does look really good. The skin tone, I think they did a really good job with. It's not pale in any way. It does look good. I actually really like the design of the helmet. The antenna, a little pliable. You want to be careful with that. It looks like they were glued in there. But it does look really good. Clean paint apps for the eye lenses. Really good looking figure. The black paint came out very clean over the pink. And then here though, on the upper legs, you can see that the pink or the purplish fuchsia color, it's actually painted over the black, so it's very dark compared to the rest of the figure. And that's to be expected when you're going over black, because I guess it's easier to do it that way as opposed to using the pink fuchsia plastic and then painting black over it. I don't know how that works, and then the hinges and stuff, they probably thought about that. But the paint apps do look really good. The paint is very clean, very smooth. No issues there. She does have a little bit of silver paint apps there. You know, with the way they do the female figures, the hinge, there's no paint there. Doesn't bother me at all. Here on the wrist, you have silver, and then there's some silver in the hands. And then the wrist, they actually paint, the hinge is painted little yellow dots on the hands. But arm goes all the way up, all the way around. Single jointed elbow, of course. The wrist does hinge. Legs go about that wide, same as the other teenage female. Upper thigh cut, double jointed elbows, calf swivel, ankle goes all the way up, all the way down, and pivot. Now, as far as her neck articulation, she can look all the way down, and she can look all the way up. That's probably a little unnatural, but if you get her into flight poses, she can easily kind of position her head into any flight pose, which is really good. Anytime you have a flying figure, you want to be able to do that. The diaphragm joint, it's not going to give you a lot of range of motion. It doesn't really want to go down. Goes back a little bit, so you can lean her back, and then pivots to the side. But there it is. I'm excited to have this 2-pack, especially because I wasn't sure when I'd be getting it. I know obviously Entertainment Earth has it available for pre-order now with a June release date. But I didn't know that I'd be finding it in a Toys R Us store, so that's always a welcome find. And at 10% off, why not? Can't beat that, right? So you guys will actually see, I'm doing a hunt video, so obviously I'm putting together a few different hunts. So you'll actually see bits and pieces of me getting this 2-pack. So it'll actually come after this video where I say stay tuned for the review tonight, but figured I'd get the review out first, go do some more hunting, piece it all together, and get that hunt video out there. But if you guys have any questions about these 2 figures, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and thank you for watching. Really appreciate it.